Welcome back. It's exactly 9:29 a.m. South African time. We're crossing over to Bangalore in India, and we're talking with Umar Shariff. He's an India-based political analyst. We are going to be looking at the second phase of, obviously, the Indian elections. Assalamu alaikum to you. Welcome to the program.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Thanks.
Explain to us, we understand that these elections work, the Indian elections work on a 7-phase scale. What is that all about? And when we talk about phase 2, what exactly happens during this phase of the elections?
The election system in India is pretty complicated, wherein there are so many, and India is a vast democracy. India believes in the rule of the people, and therefore casting the votes of every individual is of prime importance. So therefore, the elections have been scheduled in such a way that it takes more than a month to conclude from the north to the south and east to the west. So in the second phase, there is going to be a lot of dramatic development, because as the days are progressing, we are seeing a lot of political turmoil, each party accusing each other for their shortcomings, and these things are unwinding every day. So it's getting pretty intense. So we are here to see that at this point in time, we can expect any great change, because as we are seeing, BJP is at the back foot at the moment. The BJP from the past 10 years have been ruling India under the leadership of Modi, but of late they have been criticized for all their shortcomings and for not having fulfilled their manifesto's promises. So therefore, we can expect the Congress and its allies, that is India bloc, coming together to bring about a change in the political system. They might come to win these elections, but still it's clearly not determined based on the past experiences. We can say that the north of India has got a different feel altogether. It gets very easily communalized and easily gullible to the promises given by any party for that matter. So therefore, we cannot base our judgment based on mere logic. It also has to go with emotions. South India, for that matter, is always rational to the greater part of it. We can say that South India is more rational and more objective in selecting its leaders. So we are looking for what is to unwind, but we can be rest assured that it is not the same as how it used to be about 10 years ago. Things are changing. Modi is in his back foot at this point in time.
You refer to South India, and that's obviously where you're based as well. But when we look at the southern states of Kerala and Karnataka, we understand that particularly Kerala is the only major Indian state where Modi's BJP party has never won a parliamentary seat. So that talks to what you've just said, that the people there are very circumspect as to how they cast their votes. However, the BJP party has put out a statement suggesting that they are seeing a slight increase for the BJP party in that part of the world. Would you agree with that?
Well, BJP has to say that every elections they say that, and they would not be saying the same thing after the results are out. Because that's how the politicians have to speak. They cannot expose their weakness, and they cannot admit that they are losing. Of course, there is no ground for them to win in the South. South has been very clear about it and very objective, and they're very choiceful of their leaders, and they stick to much of cultural values and traditions, and they do not accept any influence of ideology or influence of culture to, because South India has got its own culture and values. If you were to see Modi's declarations in the past, he was talking against, the beef which is being eaten by common men, and because one section of the Hindus, they believe that cow is God, but majority of the Hindus don't believe so. Even the
So can
Dalits
I come
amongst
in here?
the
Umar, can I
yeah
come in here? Would I be correct in
yeah
suggesting that the BJP party has stirred up a lot of strife between Hindu and Muslim, and this whole Islamophobia that's been playing out for the past couple of years in India, and has caused so much of strife and separateness between two
yeah
ethnic groups or two religious groups that have lived in harmony for many, many years. And they are very anti Muslim, they're very Islamophobic. And this has come to the fore. Sadly, even in the UK, we see these type of acts being played out, sadly, between Muslims and Hindus. But common sense does prevail there, and they're trying to quell all of that, because in the UK there is a very, very large Indian community, both made up both of Muslims and Hindus. Would I be correct in the picture that I've just painted?
yeah. BJP came to power by divisive politics. If you happen to see in 1990s when the Rath Yatra, the chariot, the chariot yatra was started by the then leader L.K. Advani, was based on building a temple and demolishing the masjid. So that's how BJP came to power, and they have been maintaining this consistently. And 2002, there was this Gujarat carnage, which was a very big disaster in India, wherein more than 2,000 Muslims were killed and hundreds of women were raped and massacred, while the current PM, Modi, was the chief minister of then Gujarat. So they have been consistently playing this divisive politics. And by taking the names of the Mughal rulers, they have been adding more fire and creating a sense of animosity amongst the people of India. Of course, we have to admit the fact that there have not been perfect leaders amongst the past kings. That includes even the Muslim kings. We might somewhere find that some of the kings might have gone extreme. That's something which is part of history, but you can't take it as a norm. You can't take it as a reason to build kind of hatred amongst the people of India, which the BJP have been consistently doing, and for which the Indians, as such, the Hindus, by large, they are against the BJP's divisive politics. We must appreciate the Hindus for that. Majority of the Hindus do not like what BJP preaches and BJP wants to achieve. And therefore, there is this great shift in the image of BJP, because earlier, the 10 years ago, BJP wanted to build in economic value to India, but BJP has failed in all front, and they have been favoring just a few of the corporate companies like the Adani and the Ambanis, and which is quite evident. And they were showing a blind eye towards the rest of the masses of India, for which the farmers' agitation is an evidence to that, and CAA protest is an evidence to that, and many other protests which were against the ruling BJP government clearly proves that there is anti-incumbency, which is very much driven across the state of India.
Okay, my final question, then we need to wrap up now. We do know that Modi's main opponent, Rahul Gandhi of the Indian National Congress, is seeking re-election in a city in Kerala. What are his chances, and do you think he'll come back very strong?
Of course, Rahul is loved a lot in South India. Of course, Rahul and the Gandhi family, they are respected a lot for their services to India, and especially from Wayanad, from where he is contesting. The people there, the youths there, they really love the leadership shown by Rahul Gandhi of late, which is very true because from what he had started as a man born up with the silver spoon, you can imagine a person who's born in a good family and wherein the people of high profile, but he showed a different Rahul. He evolved himself to be the Rahul Gandhi who walked on the streets of India. From the length and breadth of and the north and south of India, he has walked all through, talking to the common men and engaging with them to find out their needs and attending to their their request and making a clear manifesto, which is a clear declaration of what the people of India want. So I'm sure Rahul would win very comfortably in the south, and in the south, Congress is going to get the majority, and even in the north this time, it's going to be a very tough fight between Congress and the BJP, and we hope and see that a good governance prevail to the people of India.
We pray for
Inshallah.
We pray for what you want as the outcome in the best interest of
lot.
all Indians in India. Umar Shariff, shukran for being with us on the show. You are
Thank you.
A analyst based in India. Thank you indeed. Go well, and salaam alaikum to you.
Barakallah fikum. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
9:41 a.m. news and views moving along. We are now going to be talking with Ahmed Manzoor Sheikh Imam, president of the Allied Movement for Change, known as AM4C Party. So please stay with us.